The principle of avoiding anger. There are many lessons about how to not get angry and to deal with frustration on the internet or within books. However, I would like to share the law of the universe that allows one to avoid anger and frustrations. When we get angry, it is usually because we have experienced that someone says or acts upon harsh words or behaviors. A great mentor said that the reason we receive these kinds of harsh words and behaviors is that we thought we have lived the righteous way in our life. But there is something wrong with our lifestyle and we have acted negatively in the past. Small wrongdoings we have done to others or society will accumulate in the universe. When these kinds of wrongdoing gather a certain amount of energy, someone comes and uses harsh words or behaviors. To understand this theory, there is a metaphor I would like to pose. When it rains, is it made in one day or is it built up and accumulated over time? When the sun shines on water, water changes into a gas form, and this is called evaporation. Water vapor rises into the sky, and when the temperature gets cold, it changes into tiny water drops called condensation. When condensation occurs in the sky, clouds form and grow. It continuously grows, and tiny water droplets are gathered and it falls as rain. Similar to when we have heard harsh words or seen negative behavior, it is because of our wrongdoings we have made in the past. What is the relationship with the person who said harsh words or behaviors towards us? They have also made a lot of wrongdoings in the past, but not as much as we have made. There are multiple rules within the universe. Those who are being hurt now by harsh behaviors and words have done more wrong in the past compared to those who are doing the hurting. The person who is being hurt has reached the limit of 70% of negative energy, whereas the person who is being harsh has only reached 30%. This is because the person who has heard harsh words has created more pain to others and has overly hurt their souls compared to the person who is now saying harsh words. To hear harsh words or to be involved in hurtful behavior is to show that a person has not been living righteously and like a mirror to portray their negative energy in a physical embodiment. What happens if we respond negatively to the person who has been saying these harsh things? To respond negatively would result in more hardships to form in our life. This is because we didn't reflect upon what mistakes we have made so far and the negative energy we have produced. The universe never allows us to have a better life without reflection and learning from mistakes. Therefore, it is wise and essential when we hear harsh words that we should reflect on what we did wrong to others or society. What is considered wrongdoing? If I hurt someone with words, behaviors, and constantly complain, do I always show respect and care, especially to subordinates? Am I thinking too selfishly or acting too stubborn, etc.? In conclusion, when we hear harsh words, we should reflect on what we did wrong before. Even if we get angry as a natural instinct, we are able to reflect right after because we know the laws of the universe. If we reflect deep enough, we should thank the universe because the universe sends new relationships to realize our wrongdoings in the past. Relationships always come for us to help us realize something essential and important and for multiple people to grow in a more positive manner, which furthers positive energy. When we have good relationships and respect others, our life never gets hardships, but it gets better. So far, the text you provided outlines a philosophical or metaphysical approach to understanding and avoiding anger and frustrations. It presents a perspective that our experiences of receiving harsh words or behaviors from others are reflections of our past wrongdoings, drawing an analogy to the natural process of rain formation to explain how negative actions accumulate and manifest in our lives. Here's a detailed breakdown. The law of negative energy accumulation. 1. The core idea is that anger and frustrations are not random or unwarranted, but are consequences of our past negative actions. 1. These actions accumulate negative energy in the universe, which eventually returns to us through harsh words or behaviors from others. 2. This concept is metaphorically compared to the process of rain formation. Just as water evaporates, forms clouds, and eventually falls as rain, our small wrongdoings accumulate over time and manifest as negative experiences. Relationship dynamics. 1. The text suggests a specific dynamic between the person experiencing harsh treatment and the one delivering it. 1. The former is described as having accumulated more negative energy, 70%, compared to the latter, 30%. 2. This imbalance indicates that those who receive harsh treatment have caused more harm in the past than those who are currently being harsh, making the experience a mirror reflecting their own negative energy. Response and reflection. 1. Reacting negatively to harsh words or actions is discouraged because it only leads to more negative experiences. 1. Instead, the text advocates for reflection on one's past mistakes and the negative energy one has generated. 2. Wrongdoings are broadly defined to include hurtful words, behaviors, complaints, lack of respect, selfishness, and stubbornness. Conclusion and moral lesson. 1. The key takeaway is to see experiences of harsh treatment not as unjust afflictions, but as opportunities for reflection and growth. 1. By understanding and adhering to these universal laws, one can transform relationships and experiences into positive growth opportunities. 2. The text emphasizes the importance of good relationships and respect for others as means to a life free of hardships and filled with positive energy. This perspective integrates elements of karma and personal development, suggesting that our external experiences, especially negative ones, are reflections of our internal states and past actions. The solution it proposes is inward reflection, personal accountability, and transformation of one's actions and attitudes toward positivity.